have deep roots. They have greened it. This helps us to have carbon sinks. Carbon sinks now help us to absorb carbon monoxide and release, carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, and then release oxygen, which in the same effect now cools
the temperature,
the atmosphere.
Yes. Wow. Okay, so you're advocating for the planting of proper trees.
Yes.
And I love the explanation you just gave, because a lot of people don't even, oh yes, they believe, oh, green area, they understand what green area entails, but now you have been able to, elaborate that particular topic with us, because flooding is something that is sweeping almost most places in Nigeria, and it's so alarming because structures are gone, lives are being lost, people are trapped, people don't even know where to see some of their family members at the moment. Thank you so much, Town Planner Mairo, for that. So we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll talk about the possible solutions before we wrap up. Okay. So viewers, let's go on a short break. We'll be back.
Get credible and authentic housing news at your fingertips by downloading the Housing TV mobile app. You can also join the African International Housing Show live from across the globe through the Housing TV mobile app. The mobile app features live streaming and trending housing news. You can locate the AIHS venue via the app, network with AIHS seasoned speakers, and live chat with exhibitors. You can also order house or building materials at AIHS via this app. Download the Housing TV mobile app now from the App Store and Google Play Store. And don't forget to click on the notification button. Available for both iOS and Android users. Housing TV is also on Star Times, channel 149 decoder.
Okay, welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is the Good Morning Africa show on Housing TV Africa. Still in the studio with Town Planner Mairo Danladi, FNITP. We're discussing flood control. We're looking at proper planning measures and solutions to mitigate flooding in major cities. So, Town Planner Mairo, let's look at the possible solutions. Educate the viewers as individuals now before we, go to the other aspect. How can individuals bring in their own contribution in mitigating these flood issues?
Okay, so as I said earlier, the first thing we need to do, I think it begins with us as professionals, is to educate people to the negative effects of planned and unplanned activities. Everything has a repercussion or a result. You build on a road, you block the road, and it has an effect. You understand?
Yeah.
So the first thing to do is to try as much as possible to keep your circulation open and standard. Make your roads standard. Make sure you have drainages in front of your homes. It is not easy in this economy, but we are so used to dishing out money and giving people. I remember the days of environmental sanitation. We used to come out and work.
Yeah.
Clean everywhere, sweep. You understand? And in the process, we were maintaining drainages, maintaining places that didn't have drainages. They would dig and then put some form of block work or something. Roads that were not well paved, or there was no pavement. The young boys, even some young girls would happily carry soil and compact it just to make things. We need to go back to those days. It's very important. We need to understand also that there are trees that we should plant and trees that are virtually almost useless. Let me give you an example. We need trees that are proper shade trees that can spread out. Sometimes we plant, it's better than nothing. All these ornamental trees that look nice, palms. I'm not saying they're not good, but we can go one step better.
Okay.
Indigenous deciduous trees, big trees, baobab or neem trees or dogoyaro or whatever, I don't know their botanical names. Those trees that are indigenous to the country, to the land, they grow, they spread, and they provide shade for farm animals, for homes, but they also, okay, if you have a window and you open your window and you have a shade, you know that your
the
quality
sweet fresh air that comes
is
in.
unimaginable. So you can imagine if any and every house has some sort of a plant, we're automatically greening. We as citizens also need to run away from anywhere that they are telling us, hey, it's near the river, but there's no problem now, the land is buildable. No, don't. Run away. Anything that's less than 20 meters away from a riverbank, walk away from it. Take your money elsewhere. You may not get something as big or as good as what you think you are trying to buy, but in the long run, it is safer for you as an individual. Walk away from anywhere that has the potential or the possibility of having such negative effects. There is no state in this nation now that has not had people that have had issues with flooding. I have seen in places where people live is directly behind a landfill. Why would you do that to yourself? Automatically your quality of life and everything has reduced. And the landfill is not being sorted.
Yeah.
We're not sorting out the plastic, we're not sorting paper, we're not sorting metals, we're not sorting organic content. If we were to even sort our plastic or our waste from home, which is why I'm always hinging on education, for whatever waste we produce from home, put your plastic aside, put your paper aside, put your metals aside, your organic in one place, you automatically compost the organic, you spread it on gardens or farmland, it goes back to the environment and it will grow. And those that are more difficult to process for the environment, because like a piece of plastic can take 1,000 years to degrade, it will not degrade.
Of course.
But if we don't educate ourselves and let people know this is the reason why you need to keep your environment clean, take control of your waste and waste production, take control of circulation, take control of how you build your homes and your building materials, use things that are friendly and safe, make sure you have clean and open drainages, encourage yourself to plant a garden and plant a tree and do this. You know, people will not understand that is the way to go. It may seem little, but you can imagine if it is a collective effort everywhere we go, all across the states in this nation. There are those states that are prone to gully erosion, like Enugu, states in the south. I think Enugu and Imo, I'm not sure which of the southeastern states, they are prone to gully erosion. The far northern states, desertification. Those within the center like Nasarawa and Co., we have so much issue with uncontrolled flooding. But once people have the basic knowledge, organize your homes in a way you can do. You want to build, okay, build, but make sure you have strong, steady foundation. Build it a little bit higher, like a foot higher or more. If rain comes, before it becomes too damaging, it may have flowed past. But upon building within a depression, you also build with a very weak foundation and substandard materials. You understand? A combination of so many factors.
So many factors. True that, a combination of so many factors. So, Town Planner Meru, before we wrap it up on the Good Morning Africa show today, let's look at the roles of town planners in, you know, educating people concerning flooding and what they should do better. And then also in terms of planning a city, just in summary.
Okay, so town planners are not just limited to physical planning. I just want to make you understand. Okay. No. The town planning profession is so versatile. The town planner is necessary anywhere and everywhere, in security, in health, in agriculture, in economy, you name it. You understand? But we're trying as much as possible to focus on creating sustainable cities, to encourage people to produce and to consume sustainably, to encourage people to develop in a controlled and a sustainable manner. That is the first thing that a town planner will try to make you. We try to order activities within the city for optimal use, so that within years you don't have too much of a conflict of uses within cities and within peripheral settlements also.
All right. Okay, Town Planner Miru has done justice to this topic, and we really hope that our viewer there has learned one or two. It is a collective effort. We need to come together to, put in our best to make sure that the flooding does not take over our cities and our town. And I love what you made mention of, going back in those days where we used to have our normal Saturdays. I think it's always the last Saturday of every month. Yes, for sanitation. People come out really, but now we've lost that over time. So we urge communities, cities, towns to, have that communal togetherness to clean their environment and make it safe, clean, and sound to dry flooding away. Thank you so much, Town Planner Meiro Danladi, FNITP, for coming on the Good Morning Africa show. We're still going to bring you here again so you can enlighten and educate us. Thank you so much. So on this note, we'll call it a wrap on the Good Morning Africa show on Housing TV Africa. Thank you so much for watching. You can watch this episode and subsequent episodes by subscribing to our YouTube channel, Housing TV Africa. You can also follow us on all social media platforms at Housing TV Africa. And you can also download the Housing TV Africa mobile app on Google Play Store and Apple Store. Thank you so much for watching. I am Yumina Bagudu. Have a great day and bye for now.
Housing TV